Hey, it's Deborah Atkinson with Flipping 50, and I'm back with this question about stretching is supposed to feel good, right? Why do I feel sore after stretching? So, such a great question. And this is, I think it's number 8, might be 9 in a series of Mythbusters I'm doing. So, if you haven't heard the rest, go back and look at those. And here's where I'm going to dive in here. Stretching, like any exercise, is still exercise. And yes, stretching pre or post, which is probably much more beneficial after exercise to get in a good stretch, is really important. It should feel good. However, if you're new to it and you haven't been doing it, or you stretch a little bit too far, you could experience some minor discomfort, some minor tearing, even from stretching too much. So you want to, just to give you a good indication of how much is enough, let me do an example where I can do it on video really easily right here. So just taking your arm across your chest and bringing it in, I'm going to be stretching my shoulder, so the deltoid muscles right here, and I'm going to stretch my triceps a little bit, the back of the upper arm, because the back of that muscle crosses both the elbow and the shoulder. So as I pull this in, I'm getting a stretch through my tricep and a little bit through my shoulder. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to get to a point where don't feel it, don't feel it, don't feel it, starting to feel it, and then about 10% beyond that point where you begin to feel it. That's where you're holding it. And if you hold it there appropriately, you don't keep pulling it, by the time you've held it for 15 to 30 seconds, it should start to ease up and get easier. And then you've known that you're in the right spot. So let me do the other one. So I'm just holding this in. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I feel it right now. And I'm about 10% beyond that point where I started to feel it. I'm pulling it in close to my body. I'm just going to hold it there. That means I'm going to get a good stretch, but I'm not going to overdo it, right? Which, some of us want more right now. We want results yesterday. And so we go a little bit too vigorous right away, when actually taking a small step forward will actually get us much further than trying to go, okay, I'm going to leap past this, because since we end up injured back here. So that's the thing to remember. You may be familiar with the Stretch Zone. So here in Scottsdale, a brand new one just opened. I went to the Stretch Zone the other day, and I'm pretty good about stretching. We could all be better, let's just say that. And I haven't been doing yoga regularly, so I've really been skimping both at the end of my workouts and not doing regular yoga. So I needed a little hand, and they're opening, and I went in and just had an introductory session. And even after that, I felt really good, but there were places that I could feel the next day that had been a really good stretch, and just a little bit of awareness that I should be doing that regularly. So you're going to feel something that you haven't been doing regularly. Awareness is good. Over soreness after stretching is one of two things. So let's optimistically say you just went a little bit too far. You went a little bit more aggressively than you should, and to back off next time. The other thing that you may be having going on is, people who have mild fibromyalgia may be more prone to autoimmune diseases, maybe a little bit more sensitive. So you want to be a little bit more careful and just ease into it and step back even further. Err on the conservative side, because it's always better to take small steps and be going forward in progression than to try to take a leap and end up way back here. So you've got time. You have all the time you need. So I hope that helps. And I look forward to your question. Just put it below in the comments if you've got one, and I would love it if you'd share this. And I will see you